Hi, and bye, apparently. She's kicking me out.
Bye, he's busy.
I've got things to do, places to go,
Bye.
shopping to do.
See ya.
Bye!
That's why you stuck with me. Sorry. Not. Alright. I wanted to show off my pink Bible. It's pretty. That's just for people that like Bibles. We all like different books, but this is my favorite. Pretty. Yes, I've got tags. Yes, I have not studied them all yet. But Jesus is very forgiving. Okay, moving on. Anyway, I wanted to show you what I got my cat. Look, I have attempted this before with Willow, with Sir William, also known as Willow. That's his main name. His middle name is William. Willow William. I know, but he's very special, so he has two names. My first ragdoll was called Paulanka, Planks for short, because he planked everywhere. He'd plank on the back of the sofa, he'd planked on the kitchen bench, on the half walls, he'd plank wherever he wished. He'd plank on the stairs. Anyway, he did. He was a planker. Sounds funny, doesn't it? Anyway, Willow is a little bit more sensitive, but I got him the cat harness for walkies. You wrap around his fluff. He's all fluff, okay? He looks like a big boned boy, but he's not. We bath him. Not often, but we do. He looks like a rat. He's tiny. His little skinny legs and his little skinny body is just fluff. He's just fluff. So if anyone picks on your weight, you know what you say? It's not my weight. I'm just a bit fluffy. Okay? Trendy colours. We're near the beach now again. Okay? He's got to look like the surfer dude. Now here's where the harness connects. So this is going to be the training first. So put this on him, get this used to it, get him used to it. Wish me luck. Last time I did it too fast, too soon, I had it clipped on. This is the lead, right? And you clip it on. Take your cat for a walk. Shut up, I'm getting a cat pram too. Are you still laughing? It's not funny. I'm serious. So the cat's in there, but at first, to not make it so like intimidating, okay, this won't be attached. This is going to be like Snakey, Snakey. This will just be on him. He's worn a t-shirt before. Yes, because he had injuries. Because we had a domestic cat that attacked the shit out of him. Careful what breeds you mix, and be careful who you get a cat from. Because if a cat cannot be returned, that is not cat welfare. When another cat that aren't settling in together well, that other cat should be accepted back. Okay, that is a actual proper person that manages animals well and ethically. So I want to point that out, because Cat Haven, you fucking suck. Okay, we bought a lovely animal that was actually, guys, by the way, be careful. In Perth right now, there's a lot of mixed with the Bengal. Not good cats for houses. They're actually really rough. They're a wild animal. They're not a domestic breed at all. And everyone's lying about it. So there's a problem going on there, and Cat Haven knows about it because they have vets, and I think it's disgusting. Because they ripped my other cat to bits, so I had to complain about that. And they also hurt us humans because they are not able to be domesticated. You have to be someone that's got lots of time to train a Bengal cat. It's no joke. To the point where many shires in many countries have banned them. Okay? I just want to give you an education on that, because a domesticated cat, including just the typical tabby, are fine. Even a tomcat, fine. Bengal, no. Don't let them be around your small children. They have the bigger ears. Be careful. They're breeding them mixed. And even if there's a little bit in them, your child can get hurt. Your other animals can get hurt. And that can cost you vet bills. So Willow was getting bitten severely. So anyway, he's used to a shirt. So he should be fine with this. But guess what? this, when we attach it, he'll start to go catatonic. He's done that before. Yep, my son walked past me, my younger baby. He's a grown man with 2 kids. But I'm just saying, like, he walked past me. This is when he was living at home. And he goes, geez, Mum, really? I'm like, yes, he shall get used to it. He goes, yeah, I can see that's working. He's a very funny boy. Takes after his mum. The banter was real. And yeah, he just like, yeah, whatever, Mum. Like, you're not gonna. This cat's just looking at you, going, catatonic, going, no way, Mum, no way. And that's about right for him to defend that sibling, because you know why? He was like that from 1. I do it myself. It's okay. I do it myself. I put my shoes on myself. From 1. I've got a genius child. And my other child, he is a genius as well. Just bragging. I'm going to brag about my kids. But he was quiet, so you couldn't see it at first. He was hiding it. Keeping it all in here. But my youngest, he was very vocal. Yeah, he said his first word at 8 months. I nearly fell off my chair. I was like, with the clinic nurse, I'm like, is it possible? She goes, yeah, it is actually. I'm like, hey, well, he's doing it. Anyway, these are at Kmart as a set for dogs and cats. This is the cat one. And it comes as a set for $9. The actual pattern matches the pattern of this. Super cute. So my cat's gonna go for walks on the balcony and stuff with me. My neighbour's got 2 cats that walk on the lead. One doesn't like it. She's also scared. But her sister loves it. And she visits my house and she loves my Lego and she loves my coffee table and the chairs out the front and she loves everything about my house. So I've been given the tick of approval by someone else's cat. She even jumped in my lap. For real. It happened. And I was like, I've just been blessed by someone else's cat. I felt so special. Anyway, I am an animal person. They seem to come to me. I used to talk to animals on the hobby farm in the 70s and 80s. And my family thought that was a bit concerning. Sorry about the noise. The trolls. They're being harassed because they're doing dodgy things. The guy came to check the smoke alarm because they damaged it. And you can tell by the fire panel. So anyway, this guy comes today, the security guy, to knock on the door because, you know, they're being evicted for good reasons, as you guys have heard the story. And he goes to my partner, who is kind of the grounds manager, I guess you call here, says, it smells like a lot of weed. Sprung. Yeah. So anyway, we also donated some cleaning products to the young man cleaner. Happy to do our bit. Look, you can't blame the young'uns if they haven't been taught to clean. We will teach. So anyway, he's handed them to him, told him to boil the kettle because there's no hot water tap. Just pour it in your bucket of water. I think the mop head's dead. I think the smell of wet dog in the foyer is just... So we gave him some disinfectant floor cleaner. Here you go. And anyway, bless this boy. Super cute. Okay, he's young. He's young. Well, you got to give people grace. And I'm telling you, he bought a little catful. And Matt just goes, no. He goes, bottle. That'll be about right. You want it to smell beautiful, guys. Okay, the foyer is like the opening of our home. Everyone that lives here. And there is like more good than bad, guys. We are a beautiful community, the good ones. Sorry if you only hear about the bad ones. That actually is the very tiny bit. So, and then there's the visitors car park. Well, they need to get the hell out, because if my kids want to come visit me one day, which it'll happen one day my kids will visit me. They will. And they need to pride a place to park in the visitor's bay and someone's hogging it with his own stuff. It's just not cool. Anyway, I'm being a dibber-dobber. Autistics. Can we get ourselves into trouble? Sorry, Jesus. Okay, so basically, that's been happening today. Lots, right? Yeah. Even had to see my neighbour Ella. Hi, Ella. Because last night, the fire alarm. Such fun. Yeah. I fell asleep at my normal time. 10:39. I was around about then. And the alarm went off. Burnt toast. But these young ladies thought there's cigarettes smoking inside. So they're banging at the smoke alarm. I could hear it too. And basically, I could hear that. And they came outside, but when they saw Sir, they scuffled in because they know that that's authority. And basically, it's like, oh, what you been doing? Because they never come outside for fire alarms. So now that their smoke alarm doesn't work, because they're below us, our house could just go in flames. So it has to be sorted. But it's difficult with the law. Not on the landlord's side when they're bad. Now, I agree when they're good tenants, they should be on their side, but not when they're bad. Drugs. You heard about the fisticuffs, did you? Yeah, it was a bit of a show, like the Coliseum. It went all around the place, literally around the block as well. It's quite a show. It's like you have no shame. No shame. But they're drug fucked. Sometimes it's sad, guys. Drugs. Don't do drugs, children. Don't do drugs. Anyway, can I show you what I'm going to make soon? That I'm going to get started. This is like for adults. So it's like a child thing that's like an adult version. So happy about that. Okay? I am a toy collector. I do not play with them, but I am a toy collector. I even have a real born. She's super cute. Now, I'm going to be changing it into a boy because I can, just to represent my babies, because it's a beautiful, very detailed doll, very good quality, and you know, you never know. Like I said, if my grandkids visit, it's like, well, they can just drag it around the house, can't they? I've got cool stuff that they can just, I've got lots of teddies and things they can drag. They can play with my toys. No other kid, just my grandkids. But anyway, happy corner. This is like a doll's house, legit, which is one room per time. And you could probably make it into something, but you don't have to because they are a standalone. Games World in Australia. But this is a real life for adults, like a doll's house. Intricate, really intricate, which is going to do my fine motor skills a real challenge. Challenge accepted. Yep. Now that things are starting to get in line, I'm getting excited. And I also have a new fidget box. I've shown you that in one of my hauls. It's empty still. Think about that. What I can fill it with. Opportunities are endless. But anyway, this will be, once it's made, somewhere on display, probably in my cabinet somewhere or in my office. But yeah, I recommend them. This is Emily's Flower Shop. Happy Corner, Emily's. I wish it was called Emma. I have a sister called Emma. I wish it was called Emma's Flower Shop. It's called Emily's Flower Shop. Happy Corner. I have always wished to be a florist with my own like store, because I like happy places. And who doesn't like going to the florist and getting flowers? Unless you've done something wrong. That might not be fun. I mean, I always used to say that to my sir. If he brought flowers, I'm like, what'd you do? Because, like, isn't it normally about that? I'm like, what'd you do? Just do something wrong? Like, what is this about? Is there something you're not telling me? Anyway, I'm allergic to flowers. That's why mine are all fake. Don't pick on me. I'm actually allergic to most flowers, guys. And you know, God bless my Nana. She used to visit me so much. I miss it. But when she used to visit, she used to bring me a bunch of flowers every time. And with my pa, when my pa was alive. And you know what? always have a reaction. But I couldn't tell her because it's too special, right? It's the thought that counts. And it's the prettiness of nature that she's bringing me. Like, guys, that's just, and in her etiquette, that is the highest standing. She gave me flowers. It's an honor, right? So I couldn't tell her. So that was kind of sad. But anyway, my Nana's a good flower giver. And she brings scones. And I don't know if anyone else knows the South African crunchies. I was raised on them. So good. Any Dutch food as well on top of that. So good. She learnt well from my granny. And she was a good baker and cook. But anyway, let me also show you my card collection. 2 seconds. This is kind of like a show and tell. Like autistic style. Yep. That I keep with my Bible because I'm still learning. Do any of us ever really get it? No. That's the whole point of it. You're not supposed to always understand, or you're supposed to try and work it out with your own interpretation. You don't have to talk to others about it. Right. I'm only doing it because, oh my goodness. That has dropped out of my hands. I only do it because I just know how much peace it's brought me since I was a child. I want to make sure people are just aware it's an option. Anyway, now one of my favorites is, because it was a favorite as a little girl, look at Peter Pan. These are the Disney collectibles, all right? This is why I wasn't so into the Woolworths one. Sorry, Cab. Sorry, Cab. 101 Dalmatians. Sorry, I've got the covers on them. My kids used to collect Pokemon cards and all sorts of things, and I used to really encourage it, and I used to buy tons of it because they got so much joy out of it. And the little covers that they used to get. And anyway, now it's my turn. But basically, it's super cool, guys. Like, it's just, if you're a Disney fan, that is, Mickey Mouse. Anyway, when I was a little girl, we used to sit down every Sunday night and watch Disney. And because my TV watching was controlled, it's not like I didn't enjoy the other stuff I was shown. And I had Encyclopedia Britannica that I would pick up and I'd grab and I'd say, Mom, tell me what this means. Mom, tell me what that means. And it used to drive her crazy, except for she likes history. My mum loves history. She's like really, really into it. So at least she'd read me stuff and I'd bring her and I'd go, what's this about? We had the Encyclopedia Britannica in this big long row and the telephone was on top of it. And I used to love it. I used to lie down there and it had pictures in it too. And I'd be like, Mom, what does this mean? Mom, what does that mean? And it was cool fun because I learned things. And my mum was very much big into learning things out of what we did. Very different to my sister's upbringing. And very different to my children's upbringing. But then again, there was the internet for my children. A little bit for probably my sibling. See, I've got siblings that were born when I was 12 and 16. It's a bit awkward. They're not really siblings to us, unfortunately. It doesn't always work out that easy. And it takes two to tango to have a relationship. But basically, I recommend these. I know that they're expensive, but I've seen them made up and they're beautiful. They're stunning. Like the detail is just better than a doll's house. I mean, I'd love to do those adult fancy dolls' houses. Yeah, but I don't have the space. I'm still going to get, probably at some point, I hope, the Disney castle, but it's $600. But I have to save and save and save for a long time. But I'm going to put it up there. I've got a spot. Because Disney, to me, was my escape every Sunday night. Was my boom. Like, in those days, guys, that's all we had was Disney. And then there was like getting on our bikes with the, we put like the clothes pegs with the cards. My mum would be like, here's the clothes pegs, here's a packet of cards. And we put it on our bikes and we'd be like, motorbike. Now, it was a struggle for me being autistic because I had training wheels until I was 9, probably. Or if I was on a BMX, they're a bit easier to ride. Stop, drop, and roll. Meaning, I'd ride up to the grass. Everyone had grass. This is in the days where grass was green and grass was all down the streets of Australia, everywhere in suburbia, right? And on the hobby farm, except for the occasional rock and the cow poop and the horse poop. You don't want to fall in that. Boy, did we sometimes step in it and go to each other. Ew. Stay away from me now. Our cousins and I. It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. Like, it's not funny. It's very traumatizing. Stepping in horse poop, it's very smelly. Even though the gumboots have grooves. And then we have to clean it. Anyway, that's gross. But basically, yeah, I would ride my bike down the street, and if I had to stop, I just land on someone's grass, stop, drop, and roll. Yeah. BMX's brakes would be like, if I couldn't get that right thing, and it was like, couldn't get it because of my autism, stop, drop, and roll. It used to work. But basically, I'm just giving you different things to do. Now, I looked at some roller skates. I was going to invest in some roller skates, but then at the same time, since my neurological changes, I used to be a figure skater. And I am actually going to go to the roller rink one day, on a quiet day, and see if my neurology, because I've got permanent ataxia, see if I can do it without falling and being dangerous. Of course, I have to be safe. I can't afford to have more knocks to the head when I'm already having seizures doing brain damage, can I? And dope smokers underneath me. We used to live in a drug-infused house. I'm telling you, it made us literally have like psychological reaction to it, guys. It was terrible. It was terrible. And luckily the real estate agent knew us. And so she was like, yeah, no, this is dodgy. She agreed with us. So it was pretty gross. It's pretty gross. And you got to be very careful. Do know that you can go to the health department and it's not expensive, and you can swab your house if you ever have concerns of being poisoned by, there's so many drugs out there. There's a test for all of them, okay? So just do that if you feel concerned, because I'm telling you, it's actually not a joke. It's actually a real thing, and it can come from neighbors, or it can be in the house that you're renting from the previous renters, etc. And it is actually a real thing. If you speak to the health department, they know all about it. You can buy kits and you can do your own swabbing and get results done, and then report it to your real estate agent, because it's not safe. It's not for your health. It's not safe, okay? So please know that's a real thing. And that's probably in every country, okay? I don't know about your health department, but that's my health department. But it happens in every country, drug houses and things. So anyway, like another thing I want to show you, which I'm not making them the right way yet, but I will be. These are like my practice pancakes, because I have like a shop full of enough beads and accessories to make bracelets, like Taylor Swift bracelets, to be a shop. So I've had a few practices. 2 seconds. Okay. So I have this pretty little thing that I got from Bed Bath and Table. I've had it for a long time, actually. And here's my bracelet. So I've made one that says warrior. Oh God, why can't they just stay in the sewing position? So that's warrior. Okay. And that's kind of got like glass beads on there. Now I know it looks small, but I'm tiny. Okay, so it's got the elastic in there that's stretchy. Okay, and I've doubled some of them to make sure they don't break. Then I've got brave. Everyone needs to be brave. Be brave, babes. Be brave. Okay, what else is there? Oh, this one was a big one when I made this one. Justice. 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 That's what I'm going to be getting. Pray for me. We will be getting it. Okay. This takes time, doesn't it? You know, it just takes time. Oh, strong. We're all strong women, especially if you stick together and stop bitching. All right. Oh, this one's pretty. This one I made like a little bit bougie. Look at that. It's a little bit bougie. What does it say? Love. Well, I'm sending love. All right. Okay. I am enough. You are enough. Okay. And look at it. These are also these glass beads. Look how beautiful they are. Oh, you are like I am enough. You're enough. You don't need anything else. Just be yourself. And if people can't handle you just being you, and there's expectations, not a friend, not a family member that loves you. And I'm not saying cut out family. I've told you that before. But just say, hey, this is a two-way relationship. I wish for everybody good things. Wish. Oh, this one's got like a little, look at it, a little strawberry on it, and a star, and a little flower power. And look at these little, I love these little thin bead things. They're like little, they remind me of when you build furniture and you have to put, or especially things on like a washer on things, on items, electrics, things, whatever. Anyways, this one says, I love. Okay, I love lots of things. I love people, humanity. I love lots of the animals. I love lots of things. Okay, what does this one say? This one's actually hard to read because it's clear beads with the lettering on it. Wouldn't recommend these ones actually. So let me just try and work out what it says without my glasses first. My goodness, guys. I cannot read it. Gosh, I'm trying to show you my Taylor Swift stuff and I can't even read it. Why am I not able to? Oh my goodness, respect. So the ones that are clear love hearts with coloured lettering on it are hard to read if you're blind. Now, if you're not 50, you might not be blind. You might be fine. Blind. Right. Now we have, oh, this one's like relevant to me particularly. Deletion Syndrome. Because there's no 22Q. I couldn't find numbers. Why is there no numbers, bracelet maker people? So I have the pink and blue. So any of you with 22Q2, that's our symbol, isn't it? The puzzle piece with a love heart, and it's in pink and blue for boy and girl. So, Deletion Syndrome. That's what I have. That's my genetic syndrome I was born with. Then I have one. That's my name. And all of the pastels, because I'm a pastel girl with a bit of gold for bling, because I am a bling girl and I'm also a pastel lover, as you can tell with my design. So this is what I keep them in, and I wear whatever I feel I need to remember, because it's not osmosis really, guys. It's about what you focus on here, right? And so should have another arm, shouldn't I? So yes, that's my Taylor Swift bracelets. I enjoy making them. I recommend them as a great hobby. A great place to buy them affordable, like with all the things you need, is Shein as well. And I'm sure other places. But I just know that this is where I got all my beads in all different kinds and the letters in all different kinds from Shein. Affordable for me. Okay, so just in case you want to do this activity, I'm just going to put them all away because I only wear a few at a time depending on the day, what I feel like I need. Sometimes I don't have a need. Sometimes I'm just kicking it. Yeah, because I'm a tough cookie, right? And I was raised tough, and I am tough. And just know that it's better doing things with others. It's more fun, but you can do it alone. You don't need others. Okay. At the end of the day, you can only really trust yourself. And I know I put a little thing up on my community page, and so just remember that, guys. Let me just do a little bit of dusting here that I shouldn't be doing on my blankie, but I'm going to because I can't even look at it. It was a little bit dust. Oh, I dropped it on my bed, thank goodness. A bit dusty. Yeah, I remember the day of my Holly Hobby bedspread, and my mum noticed that I got red nail polish, her red nail polish on there. Anyway, so these are activity ideas. I have a whole box of fidgets and a big new box, right? I'll show you my big new box to add to the collection. Here's a little fidget box. I call it little because, look, it's still pretty. Oh, got another one. And it's empty. Dangerous, right? I just have to wait for the new fidgets to come out that I like, because I don't like all of them. I'm very picky. I think we all are. We have different ones. But I'm ready. Is she a beast or what? Can you see the holographicness? Can you imagine? Ask a hospital like this. Be like, yep, wait times be like. I need a lot of fidgets for the wait time, doctor. Yep. Screw you, hospital. I have to wait so long for every ologist that I have to see. I'm going to need a lot of fidgets. Should I take my movies and watch them? My comforting movies. I have a familiar 2 or 3 movies on my iPad. And they keep me feeling calm. And just... the environment is horrible. Screaming kids is always not too far. Then there's like just the TVs are blaring and the phones are ringing in the reception and the lights are bright. And even with my headsets on, we take it down an amazing amount of decibels that make me go. I bet you my mum needed them as a kid. If I had them put on me, I would have just gone, oh, chill. I would have been more chill. So I do recommend get your kids used to them if they're autistic young. Get it on their ears straight away. Even try some soothing music. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd just show you like all of the things that I'm up to. And there's another thing, but it's in the office. I can't take you there on this tripod. And Sir's left me, as you know, just to go down the road, but like I can't do it myself. I'm not strong enough at the moment. I've got my stockings on. Had my bath this morning. Lovely. I feel so fresh and clean. Didn't do my hair, but my hair was done yesterday, so that's okay. Yeah, I feel fresh and nice. I'm really happy that it's finally in. I finally have a bath, and I will show you my bath. I'll be in my bathers and my special fish, which we couldn't work out how to turn it off until we realised that what you do is you just leave it out of water and it stops flicking around. It flicks around like a real fish. Like it literally, because I remember when we used to go fishing as kids at Rottnest, and I'm like, I'm picking it up and I'm like, this feels like a real fish. Except without the slimy scale feel and the stink. Oh, as a little girl, I was like, Mom. And she'd be like, here's a lemon. We'd use a lemon to clean our hands. I had a clever mum, really. Because that was a sensory nightmare. Not only is it slimy, you can wash that in the water, but the smell of fish, I I still can't handle it. Even when my first best friend Wendy, when I was 3, she would have been 4 because she's a year older than me, but she was in my year group at Denmark District, and she was neighbouring farm. We would meet at the fence, and there'd be her and her chicken. She had a pet chicken. I was very envious. I said, I want one of them, Nana. I want a pet chicken. So I went to the next time Nana and I went to feed the chickens. Well, I didn't know the difference between hand-raised chickens and chickens. I was tiny. So anyway, I'm feeding the chickens with my Nana and the geese. Well, we're not going to talk about the geese. When you're little, they're brutal. I'd ride my bike and it would bite me on the bum. I say, Nana, I don't like the geese. And she'd go, nor do I. Just ride as fast as you can. Get away from them. But basically, I went into the chicken pen the next time after meeting my first best friend. And I said, that one's going to be my pet. And Nana's like, it doesn't work that way. These are not those kind of chickens. I'm like, yep. And they're the white ones, of course. And they're the bitchy ones. Sorry, Duchess. Same with the budgies. What's with the white ones? They're bitchy. Okay? Broody as hell. Nasty. She bites us, but we still love her to bits. But she bites. She doesn't draw blood, but she bites. Okay? She's like, she did to Sir the other day, probably because he's even got bigger fingers. And Sir was just like, really? You done? Because he's trying to train them into getting used to it, right? But yeah, my white chicken too. My Australorp though, that's the black ones. Hand raised all 3 of them. I mean, the New Hampshire, not too bad. She's pretty cool. She's a little bit like hot cold. But I tell you what, the Australorp, just get the Australorps. Oh my goodness, they are so. I love them. I love them. Thank you, Becky's Homestead. Basically, that's another channel I watch if you want to know. She's autistic. I've been watching her for like years, nearly 10. She's autistic. Anyway, she only found out recently. But I'm just saying, she's got lots more horses now. I'm impressed. But I'm just saying, like, yeah. Chickens, I hand raised 3 of them. And very loving, all of them, really, even the white one. But so I had Henny Penny was my Australorp. The New Hampshire was Hermione because she had the orangish, brownish hair, feathers. I know, but to me they're people. And then we had the white one, which was Princess Leia. Not, you know, Princess Leia. You know what I mean. She lays eggs, right? So anyway, and I helped my Australorp, Henny Penny, lay an egg because she was having struggles. And she never forgot. And every time she'd come out, because morning and afternoon we'd have our fun time together, and also they'd have their free range time. Messed up my garden, but anyways, eating all my herbs. I had no lettuce left. I was meant to eat it. And I was like, all right, girls, go ahead. Why not? Trying to eat even my like lemon trees and orange trees and digging up my garden. And my veggie patch with my pumpkins. It's like, oh, if I actually set up a hobby farm, I get that chance in my lifetime. Fences are good. Good fences make good neighbours. But yeah, the chickens. And I'm even going to be able to have roosters if I had a bigger property. But anyway, roosters are pretty. Why are the boys pretty in the animal world? But anyway, oh, they're so obnoxious too. They're like, how's it going? They've got their big butt feathers. You know, they have a bigger, taller butt feather. Anyway, chickens are good. I even had like them on video when they were babies to keep an eye on them, and I'd visit them 6 to 9 times a day. Pat, pat, play, play. And they were super cute. They'd jump in my lap in hangout time. And Henny Penny would just squat herself down on my lap and look at me and look around and look at me. She enjoyed our time. So if you can give your kids that experience, you get good eggs if you give them good protein and good healthy food. Give them some corn as a treat. Just give them some good food, okay? Make them nice and plump, because eventually, sadly, yes, they stop producing eggs and you've got to eat them. I don't think I could eat my own, but I would certainly offer that great meat to someone else, and I couldn't do it either. That bit. And in fact, it's like I don't even like eating meat unless I know where it's come from. But I do eat meat, but I don't like it because it's like, is it humane? Is it, And there's facts in that, guys. I mean, there's a chemical release if it's not taken out humanely into the muscles, and you're eating that. It's a spiritual thing, I think, to me too. But anyway, basically, chickens are fun. Consider them as pets as well as giving you nice, lovely eggs. I miss my chickens. There's a chicken video out there if you want to see it. Yes, it's me. I know it's a very puffed up pufferfish me, but steroids do that to you. But yeah, that's me. That is actually me. But yeah, I loved cuddling my chickens, and it was the hardest thing saying goodbye to them when I had to leave the city. Even though I'm back in it now, but I can't own chickens where I live because I'm disabled. And people with disability don't have the same options as others. But you never know. You never know. I hope one day I can buy a big plot of land as a family trust and leave something behind that's more beautiful than a home. A little mini universe. Like what I grew up in. I grew up in a world where all I knew was my family, and we were in our own little world. And I wish that for everyone, because it was magical until it lasted, until it didn't. But I'm just saying it was magical, and I'm sure all my other family remember it that way too. It's very special. Very special sacred time of my life that has made me who I am today. So if you do like me, you need to thank those people that gave me that life experience. I lived in a shed in the Prongerups, lived in Denmark. I was raised around self-sufficient people before it was cool in the 70s. So yeah, my goal is to get back to that. Don't know how. I keep praying. But anyway, I hope I've given you some ideas of activities, just things that I do that I'm sharing that you might want to do. Thanks for the catch up. Comment below. I don't know, something that brings you joy. Like I've got like my fidgets, my Bible, my Taylor Swift bracelets, my Disney card collectibles. Let me know what your favorite is, and I'll catch you later. Mwah. Bye.